Good morning, Wisconsin. My name is Katrina deVille, and I'm showing up today to talk to you about the erosion of women's rights that has happened underneath this current administration. Unfortunately, there's a lot to talk about, so pay attention and stick with me, all right? Under this current administration, they have attacked women's health care and body autonomy, and they've started it by going after emergency care. They withdrew their defense of federal guidelines, which previously required hospitals to provide stabilizing emergency abortion care under the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. This was a federal law that was enacted in 1986 that basically said hospitals receiving funding through Medicare were required to offer emergency stabilizing services to anyone requiring emergency care, no matter the ability to pay or status of insurance. What this has meant for women is confusion of coverage, delayed treatment in states that have banned abortions or care of abortions, and in some cases it's even meant death because women have been denied service straight up. This is America. We have doctors here and facilities that are able to help people with some of the most extreme conditions, yet people are dying from things like this. This shouldn't be happening here. But there's a lot of things that shouldn't be happening here right now. Stick with me. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, there was set a 1-year ban on federal funding for Planned Parenthood and similar large abortion providers from receiving Medicare reimbursements for any services. And by any services, I mean birth control, STI testing, cancer screening, nothing to do with women's abortions, nothing to do with pro-choice, pro-life, everything to do with women's health care. Throwing it out the window. They've shifted the focus of Title X by rewriting the guidelines. This administration rewrote the guidelines relevant to grant applications and temporary funding pauses to redirect family planning funds toward childbirth and natural family planning education. These guidelines were brought to you directly from Project 2025, which was, wait for it, authored by the Heritage Foundation. That tracks. The 1-year Medicare ban, the 1-year Medicaid ban for large women's reproductive care facilities, such as Planned Parenthood, expired on July 4th, 2026 of this year, which is good. But there's been ongoing talk of congressional action being done on this, and it's not good. Congressional action, I can assure you. Global restrictions were also put in place at the same time, and what this has meant is expanding the global gag rule, blocking U.S. global aid for health assistance to international organizations who provide or even discuss abortion services. Can't even talk about things anymore. Brought to you by the country of the First Amendment. Workplace protections and civil rights. DEI and non-discriminatory rollbacks, because too much non-discrimination is just too much under this administration. On January 21st, 2025, Donald Trump signed Executive Order 14173 entitled Ending Illegal Discrimination and Restoring Merit-Based Opportunity. This executive order was specifically responsible for revoking Executive Order 11246, which had been signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson on, hold on there, President Lyndon B. Johnson. Yeah, that one, from way back, yeah, like 60s, yeah. Executive Order 11246, which had been signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson on September 24th, 1965, President Johnson's original order had banned federal contractors and subcontractors from discriminating. It had banned them from discriminating based on race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, or national origin. Let's just get this straight here. President Johnson had this executive order in place to keep people from discriminating against others, and Trump came in and threw it out. Are we great again yet? Let's get this straight. This administration has had no intention on protecting women or protecting girls. And this should have been the clearest sign any of y'all would need to see that this is what they're trying to do. It's fine. It's fine. We've continued to see this federal level of discrimination ramp up against women from sea to shining sea as they have trot out things like removing women from positions of power in the military, all the way to proposing repealing the 19th Amendment. And let's be clear, the 19th Amendment is the constitutional amendment that gave women the right to vote. You know, the one that has been a pillar of our American democracy and equality since it was ratified on August 18th, 1920. Hello? Over 100 years ago? What are we doing? What are we even doing? This government has also weakened harassment guidance. Of course they have. They've done this by shifting agencies such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission away from prior anti-harassment guidelines, which have actively made it harder for women workers to enforce workplace safety rights. Let me be really clear here. They're not going to stop until we are powerless. And no one is showing up to shut it down fast enough. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to stand by and watch this go on anymore. I am showing up and running for Congress because of things specifically like this going on. This is a serious moral decay at the wheel of our country, and it should be evident to anyone that those posing these misogynistic threats and discriminatory, abhorrent restrictions have been targeting far more than the trans community that I usually speak out about, and far more about the women's community that I'm speaking out about today. We need to send fighters to Washington that are going to stand up against this regime and tell them we're not taking it anymore. This is America, the land of the free, you know, the home of the brave. That means you actually have to have bravery and show up with courage to stand up for freedom, to stand up for the Constitution. I swear to you, I am. I'm asking for your vote on August 11th to send me to Washington to stand up against this regime and make sure that our freedoms stay guaranteed, to make sure that our Constitution stays in place, and to make sure that this place that we call home, this place that we know as America, continues to be for liberty and justice for all. My name is Katrina deVille. I'm running for United States Congress in Wisconsin's 8th Congressional District, and I'm asking for your vote on August 11th. Please vote for deVille for Congress. Visit my website and leave me a donation. Come and see me. I'm going to be out in the district. I love you, Wisconsin. I'm all in for you. Vote deVille for Congress on August 11th.